whatever.
Yeah, the little
grenade
bomb on the proximity bomb or something.
So that's gonna be really tough. Because I mean, the most annoying thing that I find with the lasers is that like it catches your jump. Because it hasn't. It's almost like melee Falco laser, yeah. Or in fact, it's Falco laser in this game too. It's just like it just kind of stops you, but it doesn't really send you anywhere.
No, it just drops you pretty much.
Yeah, and if you lose your jump,
you're going to be stuck on ledge for a really long time. You lose all mix-up potential. I was talking about that earlier. Getting off of ledge versus MMLeo is a pain in the ass.
Yep. You either know how to do it or you don't.
And if you don't know how, you're done.
And that's a lot of things with this matchup, right? And specifically the MMLeo matchup, which is he has a lot of patterns, right? You either know how to break him down or you lose.
I'm pretty sure he's even said that himself. Like, if you know how to beat down like my patterns, then you're gonna beat me. But if you don't, then I'm gonna beat you.
Yeah, exactly. Phire doing a good job just staying on him. One thing Falcon does have in this matchup is just once he gets in, kind of doesn't let him breathe. Doing a good job just staying aerial, just trying to avoid all this barrage. Oh, and he's not going laser. He's going the grenade one.
Yeah,
whatever that is. So no laser, which I'm kind of surprised about.
I don't know if it would play too much of a. He's trying to just like stay underneath the platform, so I don't know how much of an advantage it would give him in this matchup, especially with how aerial the Falcon is. Oh, I'm in the downer to you.
Phire taking the first stock. Fire's doing a really good job, just jumping around, saying, "I don't really care. I'm just gonna stay aerial. What are you gonna hit me with, forward air? You know?"
Oh well, I'll take that.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a quick 8% versus getting hit by a bomb into grenade into
everything, and then getting on the ledge and then dying. Oof. Okay.
Phire lapping percent, going for the hard read, but now can he get back? Well, waiting to set it up.
Yep. Okay, giving him stage control for free like that.
He got back. One thing that is really important that I didn't know until recently is the gunner down B. It's proximity activated, right? Or timing activated, unless you shoot a second one, and then it blows up immediately. Yeah. So
is that real?
Yeah, it is. So one thing you'll see Leo do is put it down, especially if you start challenging it, if you start like down tilting it. He'll put one down, and then as soon as you go to hit it, he'll shoot another one to blow it up. And so we'll see. I'll call it out if I see it in this match. He did it once already, but really tricky.
Ooh. I was saying this earlier. It's going to be a battle of fire and ice. Leo trying to definitely ice him out right now.
Phire and Leo.
Phire and Leo.
That was a good back hit. Phire needs to take their stock now, though, because if there's one thing Leo is good at doing, it's clawing his way back. He really just doesn't get phased. He has his game plan, and he's sticking to it. But Phire up at a clean stock.
At this point, I think MMLeo might have to bring up the Mega Man. I don't know if this is gonna work out. Phire seems to be.
He seems on top of it.
He seems to already have it figured out.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how often these two play, but it seems like Phire.
I don't think they've ever played.
Really?
I don't think so. So the fact that Phire already has this kind of download. It kind of fits with the way he plays Falcon, right? He looks for a lot, like, when he's playing Falcon, he's looking for a lot of dare.
That's very true.
Right? A lot, like more so than a lot of Falcons. And so I think, when he's scoping in for these dares, it's a lot of, fade in, double jump away. Mm-hmm. And Gunner doesn't really have a good way to call that out without committing to, like, an up air.
And MMLeo's definitely not wanting to commit super hard to anything, so he's kind of just getting ran over right now.
Yeah. And you'll see here, like, whenever Leo's in the corner, pops down a grenade and rolls through it. As soon as you get close, like, what do you do?
Just jumps around and then baits him to get out from underneath the platform so he can get there.
Yep.
Or a landing there. And get him right off stage and keep him on ledge.
It's kind of the same thing you'll see with, like, Richter's Holy Water, right? Where they'll throw it down and, like, dash attack through it. Or Hydrant, where Pac-Man will roll through the Hydrant. And just saying, okay, if you want to get to me, you got to go.
Early up there.
Bad DI.
That was bad DI, but he also got hit into bomb. The one time he gets hit by bomb.
And immediately dies at, like,
perfect
80%.
Angle for up air.
Oh, man. Okay, well, this is still a good lead for Phire, but definitely durable on the side of MMLeo.
Yeah, looking a lot less dominant now. That lead just evaporated before his very eyes.
But all it takes is one dare knee, one near knee.
But I think he's looking out for that now. He's going to get him off stage or try to get him onto this platform to get more damage.
Oof, these nairs.
He's now just finding out how good Me Gunner Nair is. It's insane.
It's insane. It's so way better than you'd expect it to be.
Especially if you haven't fought a good one before and you get hit by Nair 15 times in a row. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, and as we see, the percents are evening. Oh, that would have been a good grab.
He might be stuck on ledge for a
This is
while.
even.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
You weren't kidding when you said it was even.
Yep. Dead even. But, I mean, I think Falcon's going to have an easier time killing here. But he has to find that hit. Oh!
I was going to say, I don't know. We literally just saw him die at 80%. The bomb covering his projectile immediately?
Secret, yeah. What is it? Secret missile, the side B? Oh!
That hit?
No way.
Oh,
wow!
Goodness.
Interesting. It hit the bomb back.
But didn't blow it up.
It hit it back, so he got hit by the bomb into the Falcon kick.
I was expecting the Falcon to be able to blow up the bomb.
I thought it would have hit the gotten stopped by the bomb. Yeah, wow.
I guess not.
Killing at 100%. He was not ready for that. Getting the strong hit of Falcon kick.
I don't even think his DI was good enough to live that either. No, I wouldn't have been either.
Well, because I think he was holding back. I think he jumped away
and was trying to like get away from him.
Yep.
To, like position himself ready to punish after the bomb hit.
Wow. So yeah, Phire gonna go up 1-0, but these are all best of 5.
I know.
So we'll see. We'll see.
And the first stock was looking a little rough for MMLeo too, so I think he might have figured out something. Maybe updated the.
Oh well, he changed to missiles, so that's the first adaptation. We're gonna have to deal with missiles now instead of the secret missiles. Good call, I think, because I don't think he hit a single one that game.
No.
And Falcon's recovery, he's not really going laterally. Ooh. Oh.
And I didn't see Phire go high once.
No. So
he
I
just went the way.
So I think these missiles are going to do a lot better job, like controlling space, especially that kind of high full hop range that Phire's been wanting to play. Mm-hmm. Oof. Yeah, you can't match on a shield. Like, up smash not the fastest, but fast enough.
And it's pretty big too, so it just rolls.
Yeah. Oh.
Immediately
this is looking a lot better for Leo so far. So now, one thing I would like to see. Oh, neutral get up spot though. That was interesting. One thing I was gonna say I'd like to see him doing better is maybe start trying to challenge some of these bombs at ledge. Something like drop down, double jump up there. Oh, unfortunate air dodge. I low-key think he could have wall jumped off the bottom there and made it back.
Maybe, but I don't know if he was ready for it.
I don't think. Yeah, no. Unless you've practiced that, there's no way you think to go for that.
No, definitely not.
And the bomb manual explosion, one spot you'll see that more often if he does go for it, is going to be on ledge, right? He'll set it down. Yeah, he'll set it down and then blow it up, and then by the time, to mess with the timing, so a lot of people try and time their get-up options around the bomb exploding. And so he throws a new one down, it explodes, hits you if you're hedging, it hits you if you're hanging on ledge, oof, and then immediately sets up for the next one.
Phire getting immediately destroyed right now. This is looking
down
pretty much opposite to
stop.
last game.
The adaptation coming out from Leo. I don't know how much of this was the missiles and how much was just raw adaptation, but this is looking like a whole different match.
I don't know. I don't think the missiles have been making that much of a difference.
Not really.
Covering maybe a little bit more space, forcing him to jump and land with a more aggressive option so he can punish it with a grab. But
I think the biggest difference that we're seeing now, and we were seeing at the end of game 1, is Phire's having a lot harder time controlling the airspace and finding these meaty early kills, right? He got dare knee at 60, right, for the first stock.
Yeah, and it was able
to
early.
hang on to that. So but playing into Gunner with a lead and not being able to find some of these kills is going to be rough. And Backer's still not going to take it.
It's a similar concept to playing Snake with a lead. Once Snake gets a lead, it is so hard to claw your way back.
Exactly, but going to be able to take that stock, and we'll see. I mean, down 120%, not undoable, but it doesn't seem like he has the answers right now.
No, and he's having a hard time even getting in to hit the assist in the first place.
Yeah, Leo doing a great job just sharking under the platform. That's not going to do it, but can he make it back?
Gonna get off a ledge.
Oh, jeez. Okay, makes it back. Oh. One thing that I'm noticing too is the way Leo has his projectiles, it's going to be really hard for him to go in and get grabs.
That's true. He always have them on the ground.
Exactly. So when was the last time you saw him land a grab? Oh, you see there? Mm-hmm. He set down the new one and immediately exploded and he was able to get the 2-frame with it. And he knows exactly the spacing for that neutral B2, just where it bounces up the ledge. And that's going to do it.
MMLeo's whole game plan this game has seemed to be pretty much the same. He's just better at calling out the jumps.
Yep.
He sits right beneath the platform, covers the ground super well, and then nares you to try to jump.
I think the nair has been the game changer so far this second game.
He's definitely figured out how to use the nair a lot more effectively.
Oh man, how do you get off?
Like that.
Well, and then get naired. But better to eat a nair than an F smash or a...
That's very short. Even worse, go back on ledge.
Right. But I mean, he's taking 100%. Oh man.
He's got to figure something out fast, or else his next game's gonna be just that.
Yep.
Maybe a smaller stage would be more effective.
Yeah, I think you're giving Leo a lot of room to work with here, and a lot of room to run away, right? I mean, Gunner not a very fast character, but again able to kind of play around the. Ooh, that would have been huge. Able to play around the projectiles to give themselves space. So yeah, I think a Smashville. I don't know what the bands are, but like a Smashville or a Hollow.
Ooh. Good spot dodge. He's immediately dying at 77.
Good call. He needed that. It's doable. Oh,
it's doable, but he's still at 155%
on ledge. Oh,
right.
Doesn't have a jump.
MMLeo being the prison warden right now.
These up smashes really haven't been connecting off of the down B.
I think he might be at too higher percent, but covering the
I'm still gonna do it. All right, 1-1.
That game looked a lot harder than the first one.
A lot harder. We'll see if Fire's able to come with the answers. I think the big thing is he's mitigating grab, and he's mitigating some of these aerial jump-ins, right? Aerial approaches. And so I think Phire needs to figure out one of the two, you know, and make it, because the thing is too, he's finding spots where Leo doesn't have any options, right? And you saw, but instead of going for the grab, he's going for dash attack, right? Almost expecting to have say dash attack through a bomb or something, right? So I think just being more aware of when those situations are, and Leo doing a good job calling out the jumps, throwing down bomb and narrowing the jump over.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think PS2 was a good choice to go back to.
I don't think going back to PS2 was the move.
Definitely
I don't know what the bans were, but
it can't be PS2 being the best option.
definitely not. I mean, he has one of either Kalos, Hollow, Smash Roll, right? Most likely.
Trying to approach Leo when he's under a platform can be so daunting, especially for Falcon, who really wants to land right on you. He's going to have to come in from a certain angle and not land on the platform.
And yeah, I mean, he's taken 102% unanswered.
This could be a 0 to death.
Leo really just using the platforms, just hiding under them, not letting him get any mileage. And that's going to be the start. Only taking 5%. This is looking dominant.
I thought that first game was going to be
Right?
something, to say about the set, but
You know,
on Fire did this combo.
As much as people say about Leo not adapting, it seems like he's figured
He's
something
adapting
out.
pretty fast. It only took one game, and he was
Only took
adapting
one.
even mid-game on the first one, too.
It went from a pretty dominant game in Fire's favor to just brutality.
Yeah, Fire's definitely going to have to figure out something and fast. We keep saying that, but he's going to have to if he wants this to be a longer set.
Fire's actually playing a bullet hell, and then every time he decides to engage, he gets nailed. Oh, see, even then.
He's got to capitalize on those really small mistakes.
And you'll see here, like, Leo is, I think a big part is not, he needs to capitalize more on Leo's movement patterns, right? You're seeing Leo drift away every time he shoots a projectile. And Fire needs to hard commit, go under the projectile and hit him, or go over the projectile and just, like that. That would have,
And
there we
good
go.
back here. Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll be back.
I say less.
At this rate, I might be back in time to commentate this one.
All right, but MMLeo definitely keeping his lead up super strong, but Fire definitely figuring something out. This was looking a lot worse than it was just even 45 seconds ago. The whole stock, good DI this time, not dying nearly as early. But he needs to figure out how to get off these sticky platforms. He's already starting to figure out Leo's movement patterns a little bit better, but it's going to be really tough for him to make this back and get off ledge. Leo is a known prison warden for getting off of ledge, but he's maybe going to have to stop going for these up smashes. They seem to be more of a comfort option for Leo than actually something that works effectively. And getting right back on the ledge with the bomb. Going to take the stock at 150. He's going to have to start recovering lower or recovering higher, but he cannot recover in that mid zone again. It's covered too well by the proximity bombs. And Leo just locking him down on these platforms, like I was saying before. He's going to have to figure out a way to get off of these platforms. It's really tough for him. Or he's going to have to figure out a way to get these stocks even faster than Leo can camp him out. But Leo has no reason to approach right now. We have a full stock lead. Even more so right now. And that's a true combo too. Landing straight onto Leo is a problem. And if he tries to land on you with bomb, it's a free grab. Or even worse, if he tries to read a spot dodge, he can get the F smash and Fire with a little bit of a questionable DI right there, getting off of ledge. This is what me and Pop were talking about just before. Getting off of ledge versus Leo can be a hellscape. And Fire's gonna have to figure out something. Leo finally getting into his element. He's definitely figured out the movement patterns that he needs to. He's definitely updated the programming. I don't know what Fire needs to do, but he's gotta do something. Maybe pull out a counter pick or something. Because Falcon looks like he's having a really hard time even just recovering. Losing one neutral interaction is almost a death sentence. If it's not a death sentence, he's taking 80. And if it's not a death sentence, he's taking like 70. And then getting on the ledge. And then stuck there forever. Leo just racks up more damage and runs down the clock. That's the secret behind the MMLeo programming. He runs down the clock by keeping you on ledge and off stage. And while you're trying to focus on interacting, he's looking at the clock. He knows exactly what he needs to do. He knows his win condition. If you want to approach him, that's fine to him. He doesn't care. But all right, game 4. It's gonna be Falcon again. And I'm not sure if this is the same me gunner, but we'll see it pretty soon. Either way, this could be Fire's last game in this set if he's not extremely careful. He's going to have to play a lot more center stage, and he's going to have to be really careful with how he's approaching Leo in the corner, because he's getting reversaled a lot, just like that. Reversal for trying to approach, reversal for trying to approach again. So he's definitely have to play a lot smarter in the mid-range. Very smart. Read his approach in. If he can get this early stock, he knew it too. He needed that early stock. But keeping him off stage with no jump. Let's see if he can rinse and repeat this. Not able to get the stock, and that may be his undoing. You really need to take advantage of that MMLeo disadvantage state, because you're only going to get 1 to 2 disadvantage states per stock. Because getting in on him is just so difficult in the first place. So you've got to really capitalize on when he gives you those openings. A little bit of a weird interaction with neutral get up and where you're standing. Back throw again, right back off stage, but I see what he's trying to do with Town. These platforms on the side might give him a better recovery route instead of just having to go to ledge 100% of the time, but almost dying. Leo trying to cover that so well, but missing the grab. And this was a dash grab that gave him plenty of time to get that back air. This is the first lead Phire's had in 2 games. Let's see if Phire can make use of it. He's going to really have to hold on to this for dear life, because if MMLeo is able to close the gap and he's not able to get any meaningful percent, it's going to be over. And if not over, it's going to be pretty damn tough to get back into this. Phire's clawed his way into a fucking victory, for this stock at least. Let's see if he can keep him on ledge, but nope, getting hit by a bomb. Immediately losing all of that stage control he worked so hard for. And MMLeo getting a free grab into that, and Phire is now in the bullet hell. Right into the bomb. That's the type of game MMLeo wants to play. He racks up small bits of percent the whole time, and then as soon as he's able to get that one big hit that sends you off stage, he keeps you there. And kills you for it at like 130. And MMLeo knows he doesn't have to beat you in the neutral that often. He just has to keep you playing his game the whole time. Phire finally making a really good decision and getting him a disadvantage. And he gets the stock for it immediately. This is what we need to see from Phire if he wants to keep himself in this. These 1 to 2 hit conversions and then a good read to kill him really early. So the longer you play neutral with Leo, the longer he has to figure you out and the longer that you get chipped away at. But good work from Phire. Only getting an F tilt that time. I don't know if he was just a little... Damn. I respect it though. He's looking like he's going to have a really hard time trying to get on Leo. Now that it's the FD configuration, it's a lot better when he's in disadvantage, giving him that extra recovery with the platform on the side, the Kalos formation, waiting out the bomb, but having no legend vulnerability. Leo not pulling the trigger, didn't look super confident. He knows that now that Phire's a little bit more warmed up and knows exactly what this character can and can't do, he's going to die super early, keeping himself in disadvantage. Leo fighting for his life right now. Phire on him like white on rice. I guess I was safe. And the up smash with the big scoop. You know, if Phire wasn't trying to be good at smash, he could work at a killer dairy shop. Scoops like these, the customers keep coming back. Good back air. Leo looking a little lost for answers right now. He might want to think about his counter picks now. Like we were saying before, me and Pop. These stage choices are so important for Phire, especially in this matchup, where MMLeo needs platforms to hide under to get these really good neutral interactions and this good advantage started. Like PS2, he's able to hide under those platforms and just stuff out all the aerial approaches and all the grounded approaches in one swift motion. So what he's going to really need to do is think about his bans very carefully. Because if he gives MMLeo a good stage, like perhaps, I don't know, small battlefield, which might be just as bad as PS2 with the same platform layout, he's going to have to use quite a couple bans on just those stages alone. And we're going to see what stage they're going to right now. All right, let's see. Back to PS2. That is a little heartbreaking to see. Knowing just how bad these games went for Phire in the first place, and MMLeo going straight back to the preferred playstyle one. It looks like Phire's already falling into the exact same problem he found himself in game 1, 2, and 3. So we'll see if Phire's, maybe figured out something, or if PS2 is just one of those SoCal, comfort picks. Immediately being a lot more defensive on ledge than he's been used to this whole time. I think MMLeo might be a little bit scared of what Phire can do. He's been killing him off of very small interactions this whole time. So MMLeo being a lot more wary about how he's going to have to get off of ledge. Phire immediately retreating back, not giving him too much stage, and immediately covering out. But let's see if he can get off of ledge now. All right, this could be bad for Phire. He's gonna have to figure out something. But right back off stage, no jump, and the back air to cover the roll. He's been trying to neutral get up through these bombs this whole setup and failing. So I think MMLeo knew that during this game 5, he's gonna have to bring out all the stops, reading the one roll this whole time that he's done off of ledge and killing him for it immediately. So this lead is looking a little daunting for Phire. I think this stage was definitely a mistake, but we can see already getting overlapped in percentage. This disadvantage state has lasted through a stock and a half at this point. It seems like Phire needs to figure out an answer. He just cannot figure out anything. Trying to get these downers, but MMLeo immediately retreating to the other safe haven of the platform and missing the instant double jump or the full hop. Nair, not nair, forward air. Let's see if MMLeo can get himself off of ledge and keep this stock, but if he can't, it's going to be a lot harder for him to get anything started. Immediately using the forward air for movement. He's so good at that. Using that to cross you up and make you swing, and then he gets straight back to what the game plan he wants to play. And now you're off stage once again. Let's see if he can figure out anything, and straight back off stage again. And off stage, no jump. MMLeo just gonna keep firing those away. The rinse and repeat bomb, edge guard. 1 stock to 3. This is looking super bad for Phire, who was just last game super dominant. The stage choice seemed to have been a little bit more important than just going back to PS2. If they do meet again in bracket, I really hope to see that Phire does not let him go to PS2 again. It seems to be his most comfortable stage by far. Phire just having no answers on what to do. This is so frustrating to deal with and so frustrating to play against. Being on ledge versus MMLeo is just so hard. He's, like we were saying before, he's just a prison warden. He keeps you there the whole time and makes you serve your sentence. 80% to 134, 90, the percent just keeps racking up, and this is looking really hopeless for Phire. He just can't seem to figure out any way in, and anything that he tries to do has been sought out by MMLeo. His programming has seemed to have caught up, and that might be it, and the bomb adjusting the blast angle to send him straight out, and that is it. GG's to both players.